What's going on, everybody? GemMint here. Today we have the first premium statue from Spiral Studios. This is the King Ghidorah Deluxe Edition from Godzilla King of the Monsters. We're going to do an unboxing, we're going to do a review, and at the end I'm going to let you know whether or not this piece gets the GemMint seal of approval. Let's dive into it. All right, first of all, we have a couple of bonuses here in the box. There's this lovely art print. It's huge. I don't think you understand the size of the box that's on the ground. Huge art print, and it has some other goodies as well. So it has this black envelope, Spiral Studios on front, and if we take out what's inside, we got a nice certificate of authenticity here. So this is number 7 out of 299 for the deluxe edition, so very nice to have. And then it has this little pamphlet with the Monarch logo on it. It's got this clear type of translucent folder to it, and inside gives details on the statue, Monster Zero, King Ghidorah. All right, so enough of all that. Let's go ahead and get the straps off of this box. We'll go ahead and remove the lid. This one does have 2 layers. Here's layer 1. Already crazy wingspan here. Taking off all the plastic. We'll start by looking at this little smoke cloud here. So it has a nice translucency to it. As you can see on the bottom, there is power that goes to this. There's light up features on this statue, and I like it. Looks great. Onto Ghidorah's head. So you can see the scales look amazing. The paint job, the intricate sculpture here, the underbelly of him. And this is one of 3. So this is the first head sculpt here. He looks menacing, man. Great details in here. The colors pop. Onto the second head. You see those nice sharp teeth. The glossiness to the red inside of his mouth. Love the horns going back. And again, the scales just have such a nice realism to them. Look how intricate the smaller scales are on his back. The little pointy spikes. And the third one is no exception. There's a light up feature within King Ghidorah as well. We'll see that on the pegs. But yeah, same great detail on all 3 portraits. He looks menacing. He looks fierce. Looks like he's ready to give Godzilla a hard time. Now onto the tail. So same great scale, detail, and texture. Same great color schemes going from that dark orange to that very light tan. Clubbed type of tail with those spikes on there. It almost has like a bone feel to those spikes. Love it how it goes from dark to light. And then we have the wing. So I just wanted to get a close-up of all the details within the wing. The veins, the scales, the flaps, those spikes there on the bottom. The colors look great. Humongous wingspan. Just like on the bottom layer here, we have the other wing, the other tail, and the body for King Ghidorah. So we'll take a look at the tail first. Again, that great clubbed, spiked tail. Great job on the realism of the scales on this piece. And then the body itself. Awesome foot here with those nails. This thing is super heavy. This little piece alone has to weigh at least 20 pounds, if not heavier than that. Man, the detail on the musculature on the back and those spikes going down look great. Here's another look at the other wing. You can just see the scales going into that winged, leathery type of look. Great paint job, great sculpt. Onto the second box. It's a regular size box, but small compared to the first one. And this one only has the base. So, well, and the power supply. So the base I'll take out and we'll do a closer look at it. Here's the power supply. Then onto the base, you have this great sub-base with the Monarch logo on the front and the destroyed stadium, Fenway Field here from the movie. And you can see the buildings that are damaged and destroyed. You can see where that smoke with the electric plug will go into on the side here. And all the destruction and debris, the cracked buildings looks great. And it just gives you an idea of the scale. Here's a good look at the top of the stadium. You can see Fenway there. You have some smoke that's throughout the base as well. And just debris and destruction everywhere. You can see some of the bleachers there on the side. And just to give you an aerial perspective here. Before we move on to the assembly, a quick shout out to our sponsor, THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com. They have the $30 mystery boxes. We are guaranteed 5 comics of retail value. One of their lucky boxes is going to have the GP, their giveaway prize, which is a key issue that's in one of the boxes. Use code GemMint to save 10% every time you shop there. Just like their sister site, Street Level Hero, SLHLA.com has exclusive variant covers with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday. You can also save 10% on any item on the store every time you shop there by using code GemMint at checkout. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and key in this first piece of smoke. Now, one thing is that wire, they could have made it a little bit longer. It was kind of hard to hold that heavy piece of smoke while trying to plug that in with not that much give, but I ended up getting it plugged in. Then we're going to key King Ghidorah into the base. Now, you're going to want to be really careful with his left foot because it has the electricity port as well as the peg, and you kind of have to make sure that it didn't get bent and not fit in that hole. Onto the head, so we'll start with the middle one. And like I said, these also have electric connections for the pegs as well, so you're going to want to line that up and try to get that in there as easily as you can. All right, and there we go. So we got one head down, 2 more to go. We'll put his left head on here. And this one, I believe I get it in a little bit easier. There we go. And on to the third and final head on his right side. Same deal. Got a big key with an electric connector that plugs in. All right, let's swing it around to the tails. So the tails don't have any electric connections. They just magnetize in. One flaw on the piece, I would say, would be the seams for the tails. I think that could have been done a little bit better. Onto the wings. These things are huge. They have great weight to them. They don't feel too light or too heavy. Huge keys that go into the sides. I feel like those seams are done a little bit better. And then we'll go ahead and get the other wing in here. Man, the wingspan on this is insane, guys. All right, guys, so let's just do a 360 just to give you an idea of the detail in this. Again, the wings connected. You can see all the intricacies sculpted in and the great paint applications. Love these heads and the snake-like form to them, and they just look so menacing, man, when they swing around and start looking at you. Now looking more on the midsection here, again, the wings are so impressive here. Everything put together looks amazing. It's so hard to get this guy in frame on the camera, but then swinging around to the front, man, this guy is beautiful. I love the contrast from the dark, almost brownish orange to the light yellowish tan. Such a great mix here. The realism and detail is incredible. All right, guys, can you even see me back here, man? King Ghidorah, Spiral Studios' first piece from Godzilla, King of the Monsters movie. Does it get the GemMint seal of approval? Well, let's look at some specs first. So this guy retails $1,750. This is the deluxe version that has the base, that has the light up feature. And by the way, I couldn't find the light up feature for anything. So this little piece does come off in the back, and that's where you would plug in the power supply to get the light up feature going. I think I broke the light up feature on this. I don't know if it was with that smoke thing and I maybe loosened the connection somewhere, or when I was pegging in his left foot, which is why I was telling you guys you gotta be careful with it. So unfortunately I can't show you the light up feature, but I do think that that's my fault. This guy is 37 inches tall. The diameter of the base, it's the same as the turntable here. It's just shy of 24 inches, but the wingspan is 52 inches wide. This is one of the craziest pieces I ever had on this table. It's got to be between this and the custom Iceman piece. If you haven't seen that Iceman review, which you probably have, make sure to check that out. But does it get the GemMint seal of approval? Absolutely it does. Despite the flaws that I mentioned, there is a seam on the tails that I think could have been done better. You can see some neck seams here, but honestly, those thin seams, when you're looking at the big picture of this guy, it's a non-issue for me. I think this thing is well sculpted, well painted. The concept is amazing. The scale is enormous. It's 1 out of 258th scale because this guy is so huge, right? So that's interesting that they actually had those stats there. It gets the GemMint seal of approval. If you're a Kaiju fan, if you're a Godzilla fan, or a King Ghidorah fan, this is the ultimate piece. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. It's huge. Spiral Studios has some really awesome Godzilla stuff coming up too, man. So make sure to check them out. And thanks for watching, man. I'm gonna leave you with King Ghidorah spinning on the turntable, and you stay minty fresh. Peace.